Okay, now that you know the perfect plate formula, let's talk about something just as important, the little breakfast habits that quietly work against you. Not because you're bad or lazy, but because most of us were never taught how these choices actually play out in our bodies. So in this part, we're going to gently walk through some common breakfast mistakes that can stall weight loss, even when you feel like you're trying. As you listen, don't beat yourself up. Just notice which ones sound familiar and think, okay, this is an area I can upgrade. Mistake number 1, the just coffee and sugar breakfast. Let's start with the classic. Breakfast equals coffee. Sometimes it's coffee with sugar and cream. Sometimes it's a flavored latte that's more like a dessert in a cup. Maybe you grab a small cookie or a biscuit to hold you over. You tell yourself, I don't really eat breakfast. I just have coffee. But here's what's happening in your body. That combination of caffeine plus sugar hits your system fast. You feel a quick boost. You're awake, focused, ready to go for a little while. Then, an hour or two later, your blood sugar drops. Your body says, we burned through that. Where's the real fuel? So now you're hungry, a bit shaky or tired, craving something quick and carby. And because you're busy, you grab whatever is easiest, pastries, more coffee, snacks at the office. It's not that coffee is evil. Coffee can absolutely fit into a healthy morning. The issue is when coffee with sugar replaces an actual breakfast. A simple upgrade? Keep your coffee if you like it. But pair it with some protein and fiber, like Greek yogurt with fruit, eggs with toast, or a cottage cheese bowl. Same coffee, same habit, completely different impact on your hunger and cravings for the rest of the day. Mistake number 2. Huge bowls of refined cereal with little protein. Now let's talk about that healthy cereal. You know, the ones with the bright boxes, health claims, and words like whole grain and fitness all over the front. Often it goes like this. You pour a bowl, then a little more, then one last top up with milk. By the end, the bowl is huge. What you really have is a lot of refined carbs, very little fiber, and almost no meaningful protein. It tastes good, it's quick, it feels light, but it digests fast. So again, your blood sugar jumps up, you feel satisfied for a short time, and by mid-morning, you're hungry again. You might even feel like you did something wrong because you chose cereal instead of a heavy fried breakfast, but you're still starving. Here's the thing, cereal itself isn't automatically bad. It's the combo of big portion, refined grains, no protein, and lots of sugar that causes trouble. What's a better way? Choose a higher fiber cereal or add plain oats to your bowl. Keep the portion reasonable. Add protein like Greek yogurt instead of just milk, or have a boiled egg on the side. Add color with berries or sliced banana. Now you've turned cereal and milk into something closer to the perfect plate. Mistake number 3. Skipping breakfast, then overeating later. This one is very common, especially when you're trying to lose weight. You think, if I skip breakfast, I'm saving calories. That has to help, right? For some people, eating later and having a smaller eating window does work. But for many others, skipping breakfast doesn't save anything. It just moves the calories to later in the day, often in a more chaotic way. Here's a typical pattern. You wake up, rush out, and tell yourself, I'll just have water or coffee. By late morning or lunchtime, you're very hungry. You want something fast and comforting. You eat quickly and a lot because your body is trying to make up for missed energy. Afternoon hits and you're tired, so you snack more. By evening, you're drained and say, whatever, I've ruined it, and end up overeating. Then you blame your willpower. But really, your body is just trying to catch up. If skipping breakfast leads to binge-wide lunches, constant snacking, or huge dinners, then it's not helping you. It's just shifting your eating into the part of the day when you're most tired and least in control. An upgrade doesn't have to be a big, heavy meal. You could have something small but balanced mid-morning, like a yogurt with fruit and nuts, or an egg and a slice of whole grain toast. Or prepare a simple perfect plate-style breakfast you can eat a bit later when your appetite wakes up. The point isn't you must eat at 7 a.m. The point is, don't let saving calories in the morning backfire into overeating when you're exhausted. Mistake number 4, healthy smoothies that are basically dessert. Smoothies have a great reputation. They look healthy, they feel healthy, they're colorful, and they can be healthy or they can be a sneaky sugar bomb. A typical healthy smoothie mistake looks like this: fruit juice as the base, multiple servings of fruit, flavored yogurt with added sugar, a bit of honey or syrup for sweetness. It might be loaded with vitamins, but it can also be loaded with sugar and low in protein and fiber. You drink it quickly, and because there's not much to chew or slow down digestion, you might feel hungry again pretty soon. Again, this isn't about demonizing fruit. Fruit is great. The issue is balance. To upgrade your smoothie, start with water, milk, or unsweetened plant milk instead of juice. Use 1 or 2 servings of fruit, not 5. Add protein, Greek yogurt, a scoop of protein powder, or soft tofu. Add fiber and healthy fats, chia seeds, flax seeds, oats, or nut butter. Skip extra sugar like honey or syrup unless you really need it. Now your smoothie is a meal, not just a drinkable dessert. Other little traps you might recognize: flavored yogurts that are mostly sugar with a spoonful of protein. Breakfast pastries you grab, just this once, that turn into most days. Very low-calorie breakfasts that leave you ravenous by 10 a.m. You don't have to ban these foods forever. You can absolutely enjoy a pastry or a sweet latte sometimes. The key is to realize, if this is your default most mornings, it's going to be much harder to stay in control for the rest of the day. This is about upgrading, not being perfect. Here's what I really want you to hear. You don't need a perfect breakfast to lose weight. You don't have to give up coffee forever. You don't have to live on egg whites and spinach. You don't have to be scared of cereal or fruit. We're not aiming for perfection. We're aiming for better. Instead of just coffee and sugar, think coffee plus a simple protein and fiber breakfast. Instead of a huge bowl of sugary cereal, think smaller bowl, higher fiber, add protein. Instead of skipping breakfast and overeating later, think, can I add a small, balanced first meal that keeps me steady? Instead of a dessert smoothie, think, how do I turn this into a balanced meal in a glass? You don't have to fix everything at once. Pick one of these mistakes, the one that feels most like you, and upgrade that first. Once that feels normal, you can tweak another. Small upgrades repeated often beat huge changes you can't sustain. In the next part of this video, we're going to make all of this even easier by walking through a simple grocery list for weight loss-friendly breakfasts. You'll see exactly what to stock in your kitchen so you're not relying on willpower alone. Instead, your environment will gently push you toward better choices, even on the mornings when you're rushed, stressed, or tired. For now, just ask yourself, which of these breakfast habits feels most familiar to me, and what is one simple way I can upgrade it this week? That's how real, lasting change begins.